Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And today, Megan, we're talking about the latest edition of a shoe that we both love.
Yep, this is the Novablast 4.
All right, so Megan, Novablast 1, we liked it. The foam was really nice, but it felt a little unstable in the heel for us. Some people loved it, but for me, it was too unstable and I felt like I fought with this shoe. 2 came out, we're like, this is definitely heading in the right direction. We like the way the shoe is going. 3, I probably put more miles in the 3 last year than any other shoe. I used it for grit and had like over 300 miles in the shoe. I absolutely loved the 3. And here we are at number 4.
This is Asics Daily Trainer. It's a neutral shoe. It's meant for, the easy runs, even some longer runs. I've been using it for a little bit of everything.
I mean, it is like one of the close to perfect daily trainers. It really can do a lot. We did the first thoughts video, so some people probably already saw that. And I was like, I don't know if it shifts gear. I think maybe I had dead marathon training legs and maybe I wasn't feeling it. I saw you about 200, 300 yards ahead of me one day on the run and decided to chase you down, and I was able to pick up the pace, and then when I caught up to you, I was able to hold that pace for, I don't know, like a mile with you, and then I pretty much had to, like, out of exhaustion, let you go. But the shoe did change gears, so I want to correct that from the first thoughts. I do feel like this shoe is one of those shoes that really can do a lot for a runner.
All right, so let's go ahead and just start with the upper. So you do have a new upper. It's a new material. It's a woven material, and I think it feels much softer and just generally a little bit more comfortable.
It does hold the foot well. I was given a little bit of crap about it having all the Asics shoe uppers are starting to look the same. Like if you take a look at like the Cumulus, it doesn't look that different from it. There's different places where the hole and the breathability is.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I think the shoe looks good, and maybe, it's okay to have that design language that goes through all the shoes. Asics said this one's a little more breathable than the previous model. Do you feel like you noticed any breathability differences?
I don't know that I noticed any differences. It did feel fine to me. It has been weirdly warm in Baltimore this past week, so I was running in like some 70, 80 degree temps. It felt fine, so like no issues with breathability.
All right, if there's one thing I know about you, you get hot spots, you get rubbing, you get irritation from shoes. On this shoe, did you get any of that?
No issues. There's some really nice padding around the collar and heel here. The tongue is what they're calling a winged construction tongue, so it's not like a fully gusseted tongue, but it is connected on the sides.
Like 2 elastic bands.
Yeah, it's very stretchy. It's not quite the Nimbus 25 tongue that I absolutely love, but it is that same geometry, and it is pretty stretchy and very, very minimal padding.
You do have a very structured heel counter here. You're gonna notice that there's tons of padding around the ankle. It kind of makes you have a less difficult time getting that heel locked down, and it fits really well. I was pretty happy with the overall fit and feel of the upper. I do have to say though, on some of the Asics, I go with my regular size 10.5, usually in the race day shoes and stuff like that. So like Metaspeed 10.5. In this shoe and the Super Blast, I go down to a size 10. I go a little shorter and I feel like it fits perfect at a size 10 versus my normal 10.5.
Yeah, I stuck with my normal size and it felt fine to me. So let's talk a little bit about this new midsole foam here. For starters, they added 0.5 millimeters. So now you have 41.5 millimeters in the heel and 33.5 millimeters of foam in the forefoot.
Hey, I'll take a 0.5 anytime I can get it.
Okay. And so you have an 8 millimeter drop here, but this new foam is the Flytefoam Blast Eco, which is their lightest and most responsive foam.
What did you think about the underfoot feel?
So I really liked it. I thought it exactly how they described it. It is light, it is responsive, and I specifically felt like in the forefoot, I got a little bit more of that pop and a little bit more, it just felt like there was more underfoot on toe off.
Today when I went out for my run, I made sure that I leaned back a little bit on the heel to get that heel to toe feeling and just to feel how much stack, because I do think, normally, as a midfoot striker, this felt a little thinner to me for some reason. When I used that heel, I really got a nice squish down roll through from the shoe. I'm not using the whole stack that they've got here usually when I'm landing here, but it feels really good underfoot. It does feel responsive. I have to say I'm really liking this version of Flytefoam. I like kind of this botanical design, this like hops versus leaves kind of design. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I'm into the geometric cutouts here. I think it looks good. And then the other thing we definitely have to talk about, because I think there was some people that felt the previous iteration wasn't super grippy. So we do have a new rubber here. It's the Ahar Lo, which is a lower density rubber. I had 2 rain runs, I think, in this shoe and no issues.
Yeah, this stuff is pretty tacky. I didn't run in the rain, I ran after the rain, so I had the wet ground, ran on our normal stuff like bricks, decking around the harbor, regular gravel, regular asphalt. All the surfaces felt really good. What I do notice is the way that this has this bump here in the middle part. I really do feel that between like those muscles that are right there in the palm of your foot. You thought I was gonna say fat pad, didn't you?
I was waiting for it.
I wasn't gonna say it. But I really feel it coming through here, and it's a nice sensation. I like it.
Do you wanna know what Asics calls it?
No.
A trampoline effect.
Oh, a trampoline effect. I should have said yes, I do wanna know. But you know, I got
told
confused.
you anyway.
I got confused. The one thing I will say is some of these shoes are starting to blend together a little bit. This one probably though stands out to me as, I'm gonna say it, my favorite daily trainer that's like at a reasonable price. Like this falls in that regular price at $140. And for my size 10, it was 9.5 ounces or 269 grams. How much did yours weigh?
Yeah, so my women's 7.5 came in at 7.6 ounces or 215 grams, which is, the previous version was 7.5, so not much of a weight gain there. I just feel like this is definitely a solid update. I really prefer this foam and just the general feeling underfoot.
This has to go down as like it's sad because we're at the end of the year, we're trying to pick our favorite shoes, and I don't want to have recency bias, but I really do like running in this one. I really like running in this one. It just feels right underfoot. It looks good on toe down. Like when I'm running, it hits all my little bells and whistles that I like in a running shoe. It feels light on the foot, easy to turn over. The cushioning feels protective and also bouncy.
I agree with you. And like you were saying, for $140, I mean, this is a really solid daily trainer, and I do think you can get a lot of miles out of it.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the upcoming year when we get to see the update to the Super Blast. So we won't see that until 2024. This as a companion to that shoe. I know not everybody wants to have companion shoes in like 3 or 4 different shoes, but for us to be able to have...
Who doesn't want companion shoes?
I'm saying maybe they don't, in their budget, they don't want to be...
Everyone wants them.
Yeah, everybody wants them. This would be a great daily trainer here, move up to tempo runs and long runs in the Super Blast, and then race day.
Metaspeed.
Yeah, we might be seeing a new Metaspeed coming into 2024 as well. And then I think you have your lineup that would work for me from Asics.
All right, so I think I already know the answer, and I think it matches your shoe, but what are you giving this one?
At first, when my first impression, I think I was like maybe feeling the miles of the marathon, but after getting 28 miles in this shoe over the weekend and last couple days, I give this one a strong endorsement. I really like it. It's gotta be solid green.
I agree, this is definitely a green. I'm gonna keep wearing this after the review. It's just a really solid daily trainer.
You were saying that you like your colorway better than this colorway.
I sure do.
Is there a name for that colorway?
I call it the Kim Kardashian colorway. I don't know what it's actually called.
Nude leaf?
Perhaps.
All right, we'll go with that. Anything else we need to cover on this?
No, I think we talked about all of it.
This shoe should be available December 1st for everybody, but if you want to get it ahead of time, Meg, where should you get it?
Then you can go to the New York City Expo. It will be there exclusively at the Asics booth. November 2nd through the 4th. And
I forgot to mention, our pairs came with bandit socks.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody's is gonna come with
If you go to New York City and you get yours, based on availability, it'll be first come, first serve. You will get a pair of bandit socks with them.
Ooh, I love my bandit socks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you could, tell everybody that we have a video out here and they should watch it. That'd
hey everybody,
be great. Yeah.
Come see how good we look.
Also, you can check us out, listen to the Drop podcast, our weekly podcast. Sometimes we're interviewing people, sometimes we're just talking, rambling. Those are probably,
a lot of rambling.
Yeah, that happens. And then, of course, follow us on Instagram, here on YouTube, anywhere else, read the website, and best thing to do, what about the email, Meg?
Yeah, definitely go subscribe to our newsletter that comes out every Friday. It's also called The Drop, like our podcast. Robbie puts a nice little funny something at the end of it. Very worth it.
Yeah, it's a good time. All right, peace. Oh shit, Meg. Oh, it is on.
What?
Nothing.
What is happening? You just lost your mind.
I did. I lost my mind.